this morning on YouTube by a man named Amidsthenoise, and I'll include that in the link here. But he was speaking about the war on words being used by our politicians, and I thought that was an interesting concept. They're calling semi-automatic rifles assault weapons or assault rifles, when they're really not, but they've renamed it to cause an emotional feeling in you. Now, everyone who doesn't think I should own an assault rifle, I want you to think back to the Bush administration and remember weapons of mass destruction. And remember how ticked off you were after you thought we should go into Iraq and then found out that they had no weapons of mass destruction. How that word was used to convince the American populace we needed to go into a country that we shouldn't have even been focused on because we really should have just handled Afghanistan. You were tricked by the politicians by a word. I mean, you should be offended. And now they're doing it again. They're calling them assault weapons when they're really just semi-automatic rifles. In fact, they've been around over 100 years and in possession of the citizens of the United States. Again, crazy people are going out using them for bad things. There's been 3 or 4 incidents in recent time where they've used these. But again, overall, the assault rifle has been used in less than 1% of the murders in the United States on a yearly basis on average. So why would you approach 1% of the murder rate problem? I mean, what would be the point? Even if you got rid of it, you would still have the 99% of the other murders if they didn't just pick up another weapon and use it when they didn't have access to the semi-automatic long rifle. So again, they're trying to make you feel like you're unsafe, that you're living in this unsafe time, which again, it could be argued that it's unsafe in America, but the fact is that we are at a 100-year low almost. We've almost hit the mark where the murder rate is at a 100-year low. We're down to 4.2 people per 1,000, okay? We're at a 100-year low on murders in this country. This is the safest time the vast majority of this population has ever lived in the entire history. And your politicians want to use a word to take away your rights, and these firearm rights is really what's driven this down in truth. It's the fact that there are concealed carriers, there are people who are armed in their houses, those people are keeping the criminals from killing people because the criminals are scared of the population to some extent. And when you take all the guns away, the criminals will no longer be afraid and our murder rate will go back up to probably historic highs. So you have a choice to make. You can support taking away this from me, but just have the knowledge that when you do that, you are less safe when I don't have this thing. The chance of 1 or 2 or 3 people in the next 3 years using this to hurt some people probably will happen. But again, you are less safe if you take the millions of these off the street. And if you did take these away, what good would it do? The guy in Virginia Tech, guess what he did? He walked in and shot 33 people to death with a pistol. Okay? Not with a rifle, with a pistol. He's got the record almost. The guy holds the best schoolhouse record though. He used dynamite back in 1927. Killed, upwards of, I think 45 students. Total kill was, upwards of, in the 50, 58 with the first responders. So again, the crazy nut job will go out and buy a pistol if you take the rifle away. Then you'll take the pistol away. And guess what will happen then? He'll go use a shotgun. And when you take that away, he'll go use something like, I don't know, do we call this right here a bag of exploding powder to blow up buildings, even though Timothy McVeigh used it for that? No, it's fertilizer. It's to put on the lawn, okay? What about the guys in 9/11? They used this. Do we call this a plane hijacking crashing into buildings device? No, we call it a box cutter, because that's what it is. So, don't fall for the whole assault weapons title on something. That is a semi-automatic rifle. It is used by millions of Americans in a safe way all the time. And if there are 2 or 3 nut jobs that get a hold of one of these, then unfortunately, that's part of our freedom. It saves more lives than it takes. And like the politicians say, if it's just going to save 1 life, let's do it. Well, guess what? Disarming the populace kills people. So don't do it. By their argument, they're going to re-up the murder rate. And therefore, their point is moot. If they're going to take away firearms from civilians who are good, law-abiding citizens, they're going to increase the overall murder rate in the United States, and that was going to cost more than 1 life. So they're defeating themselves in their own argument, although they don't think they are, because they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes and my eyes. So again, that is not an assault weapon or an assault rifle. That's what the military has. It's a machine gun. That right there, this right here, is a semi-automatic personal defense rifle. I like to call it personal defense rifle, but this is just a semi-automatic rifle. It does not go full auto, therefore it cannot be an assault weapon. All right, thank you for watching. Again, this is Nathan with Nathan's Armory, and I'll include a link to Amidsthenoise, who probably does a lot better job speaking on YouTube than I do. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please watch his video, and as always, God bless America. Long live the Republic.